Hi, welcome back to my channel. I was just about to write a book review that I already wrote. It is for the book Did Not Finish, which doesn't come out until October 4th, so I'm about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So far ahead of schedule that I already wrote this book review, so let's talk about it on this video. This is a book where we have Mia and we have Axel. Okay? Mia works for a prominent New York magazine as a professional book reviewer, but in as much as I think of myself as a professional book reviewer because of how I review and my resources for reviewing, Mia's reviews affected sales of books. She could make or tank a book just by the words that she types in her reviews. Yes, she is what is that word? Oh goodness, I'm drawing a blank. But the type of reviewing she did is different than what I do because, like I said, she could make or break a sale. Well, who is Axel Lowe? Well, he is a famous thriller writer. Okay, and Axel, there was a contest, a writing contest, where I think 6 or 7 writers were invited to Axel's home, where they could get one-on-one advice and research and whatever it would take to work with this massively popular but isolated, secretive, living the life of a monk author. Well, Mia gets there a day ahead of the other writers, and she's rather pleased with that because this will give her unlimited access and one-on-one access to any bit of advice that Axel can offer her. What advice is she seeking from Axel? Well, remember, these are writers that got invited to this special retreat at his home for advice. Well, she's a budding author. She has 3 chapters of a book that she would like Axel to critique so that she could find an agent. And the agent that she wants is someone that's very, very difficult to get for new writers. So she's hoping that the time that she spends with Axel will really pay off. Okay. What happens? Well, the weather. The weather changes everything. And before you know it, Axel and Mia are snowed in, so much so that not even the other writers were able to attend this special retreat. Now, Mia's guilty pleasure is reading. Even though she's a professional reviewer, what she wants more than anything is to read the pages of a book. Pretty much any book. Of course, her job is to read ARCs, advanced reader copies, and to write these professional book reviews in a constructive, effective manner so that these authors can get their works out there. Now, I wanted to look at my review here. Okay, Axel has a concern that he brings to Mia. Now, let's talk about Axel for a minute. I've talked about Mia. Axel has a secret. Actually, he has more than one secret, but he has a big secret. And it's the secret that Axel has that Mia starts to notice that, there's something about him. Well, he asked her for something, okay? Now, I'm not going to say what he asked her for, but I will say this. Look at the title. Did not finish. DNF. Any reader, especially any reader that is a book reviewer, should be fairly familiar with that term. It means that you're reading a book. Okay, do I have a book? Yeah. You're reading a book that is just so not hitting the right spot with you that you close it and you do not finish it. Well, there was a book review that Mia did where she did not finish a book. It truly was a DNF for her, and this book is the reason behind Axel having Mia there. Yes, there was a contest. Yes, she was chosen. But it takes some time for you to figure out what it is, that the secret that Axel has, whether or not Mia can sense it and how it will affect what happens. But there's more to the story than that. There's the fact that Axel and Mia are drawn to one another. She's been crushing on him for a long time, even before she met him as an author. Now, I found that this book had a surprising emotional edge. Okay? Now, I say that because of Axel's secret, which I can't tell you because it would be a spoiler. So, as you read the book and you're seeing Mia's point of view, you're also seeing the book from Axel's point of view. But what was nice for me is I had this as an audiobook arc, and it was narrated, and I am looking down, by Kendra Murray and Connor Brown. So as I was listening to this book versus reading it, I was pulled in to the emotional aspect of this book. Yes, it was a romance, okay, but it was not what I would consider to be a rom-com, even though the cover looks rather lighthearted because of that sharp emotional edge that this story contained. Now, I'm just looking at my written review because I don't usually write my reviews before I film my videos. I usually do the video first and write the review later. But since I have written it, I am cheating by looking at my written review. I'm glad I am, because guess what? One of the things I wrote in my review was, Mia and Axel exhaust several tropes that we see in romance. I'll tell you the first one, enemies to lovers. They exhaust other tropes in this book, and that's where the book becomes, in a sense, lighthearted. So that's all I'm going to tell you about Did Not Finish by Nicola Marsh, and I want to tell you it was a great book. Pollyan's Press is the for the ebook, and then Harper Audio is how I got the audiobook. I loved it, and I think, what did I go, 4 stars? Yeah, I went 4 stars. I could have probably gone 5, but it was just a quick read. It was a very lighthearted on one hand, emotional on another, but highly recommended by me. So there is Did You Not Finish by Nicola Marsh. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.